Imagine a country's spirit encapsulated in a small round form. Sri Lanka in early 2000s was a nation balancing its heritage with a modern identity, recovering from conflict, reaching toward peace and development. Currency isn't just transaction. It is identity, pride, continuity, memory. When you hold that 2004 5 rupees piece, you are touching a fragment of a time when folks still minted hope into coins, when every imprint mattered. The inscriptions, the languages, the emblem, the edges where every line and ridge were pressed into metal under human hands. On one side you see the stylized lion holding a sword. Not just decoration, but a symbol. The lion is ancient in Sri Lankan culture, a sign of courage, vigilance, sovereignty. The sword the lion bears expresses protection but also responsibility. That face of the coin in 2004 carried this symbolism not just because art tradition demanded, but because a people understood what standing strong meant in tumultuous times. To place that image on everyday currency is to say, our history matters, our identity endures. Beside it are inscriptions in Sinhala, Tamil, English. 3 languages, one nation's heritage. By 2004, Sri Lanka had more than one official language. Thus the coin reflects a commitment to linguistic inclusion. If you trace with your fingers the carefully raised letters, the shine where language meets design, you realize it is more than metal. It is text carved into time. It says, we are here, we speak, we remember. Then the denomination, 5 rupees, bold numerals, clean edges. The date, 2004. These are more than numbers. They anchor the coin in time. That year had its troubles, its joys, its stories of ordinary people going about day by day. A coin minted then traveled through many hands. From merchant to buyer, vendor to customer. Maybe dropped in the dust, cleaned by a child, stored in a small jar. The wear tells the stories. Slight scratches, polished edges, spots where the shine faded. Each imperfection is part of its biography. When collectors search, they look not just for perfect surfaces but for those stories. Because scarcity is what elevates a common coin into something rare. Over 2 decades, many of those 2004 5 rupees pieces were spent, lost, badly handled. Some were melted, some corroded. Some thrown into fountains or piggy banks, forgotten. Some have survived untouched, maybe in wallets, maybe in collections. And those that have remained in very fine or mint condition grow more precious every year. Collectors and numismatists talk about mint state, uncirculated specimens, proof-like surfaces. The difference between a coin worn, scratched, dull, and one that still has its luster, sharpness of detail, crisp edges is immense. One side, the lion's sword and mane still defined. The reverse inscription still sharp, the lettering still deep, not flattened by time. When that happens, that coin moves from being a piece of driftwood to a gem. Imagine 2 coins side by side, both labeled 50 rupees in value as money, but one has years of handling, the other seems to have been frozen in time. Which one would you rather hold, study, cherish? The one with care, the one with clarity, with crispness. That is what drives collectors. The eye sees difference. The heart values history. The mind calculates rarity. In the world of numismatics, several factors determine how much a coin will be desired, how highly priced. Condition is first and foremost. Then rarity, how many coins of that issue survive in high grade. Then demand, how many people want one. And then provenance, where the coin has been, who owned it, whether it has certification, whether its authenticity is beyond doubt. For the 2004 Sri Lanka 5 rupees, especially in brilliant uncirculated condition, demand is growing. More people learn about collector coins. More people in auctions discover foreign coins. Families that once kept them in drawers begin to recognize their potential. Dealers and collectors alike find it hard to resist a well-preserved specimen of that coin. Let's imagine walking into a room where a single example of the 2004 5 rupee Sri Lanka is displayed under soft light. You see the lion, sharp edges, sheen, inscriptions in 3 scripts still vivid. The coin is rotated so dust doesn't hide the details of the sword, the mane, the curves. Its rim serrations or the border line are crisp. You examine the reverse, maybe the national emblem, maybe the value, maybe decorative elements around the edge. The metal's patina may have begun, but the surface resists dullness. That moment, the feeling of holding something that survived, something rare, stays with you. Collectors sometimes speak in whispers about specimens that never traveled. Coins that